Amit, what can you tell us about this historic operation? What are you hearing on your end so far? How does it look from your perspective?
Okay, from my perspective, of course, from the intelligence way of thinking, when we are talking about the ground operation, that leads you to understand that we used operative inside Iran, meaning people, our people, Mossad people, agents on the ground, boots on the ground. It's not that easy. You have to understand that this kind of an operation inside Iran, Iran is not a small country. You have to go inside from borders, undercover, of course, a lot of people, and we can understand that it's commando people, Mossad commando people, but it's not just the way getting in. You need a cover story for being in the area, and you have to build very carefully your cover story for a long time. And after it, you need to bring also the arm, and it's not a very easy task to do. That means that we operate month from back to get into the same minute every one of the commandos in the same time to hit the targets in a surprise. So it's some kind of operation that you can't imagine and you can't think of, even if you want to be creative in some kind of Hollywood a movie. Uh, it's very difficult. It's a lot of people risking their lives physically getting into the area of Iran. And as you can understand, they have to go out now. And everybody knows that there was there and they're now chasing them. So let's wait for us to understand that they all safe back out of Iran. But as you understand, it's an intelligence way of operation that it's not just, of course, an airplane that attacks from Israel, 2,000 kilometers from Israel to Iran. It's enough creativity to get into Iran and back. But when we are talking about boots on the ground, commando inside Iran, in the middle heart of the area of Iran, launching missiles, it's not long distance missiles. It's a short distance missile. Sometimes it's 2 kilometers, and that's all. And also drones from other places. The drone can't fly more than few kilometers. So it's a very difficult thing to do and very complicated, and it's risk people at the ground.
Right. Colonel Asa, I want to ask you, just based off of a new update that we're just getting in right now, the president of Iran, Masoud Pezeshkian, is saying that Iran will make Israel, quote, regret its strikes on nuclear and military targets. He said, quote, he said this on Iranian state media just now, the Iranian nation and the country's officials will not remain silent in the face of this crime, and the legitimate and powerful response of the Islamic Republic of Iran will make the enemy regret its foolish act. What type of response do we expect to see in the coming days from Iran? We had more than 100 drones cross from Iranian territory that was, of course, successfully intercepted by Israel and its allies. But what more should Israelis foresee in the near future?
Look, we have to be careful not to be underestimated, downestimated the ability of the Iranian. But the Iranian wants to destroy Israel for a long time. They tried to do it by Hezbollah, Hamas, all the proxies. Till now, they built with their forces a lot of proxies surrounding Israel to destroy Israel, and they didn't have the chance to do it. And we killed one by one all the proxies of Iran, and they have less and less power to hit Israel. And also, they have problem by the ability in financing they have problem because they have sanctions. Uh, it's all a mind, maybe a war against us, and they are just aiming to our mind to be afraid. But I think that they have ability. They have missiles and ballistic abilities, and they have drones. They are selling these drones to Russia. So we know that they have ability, but we have to be careful with how they can use this ability. They promised us to destroy Israel a long time ago, and that they have less and less ability to do it. And I think the most important thing that we have to see now is the opposition getting up in Iran to put down the regime of the Ayatollahs, because this is the real change that we are waiting for in the Middle East. It's the last change that we need to do. Um, according to our plan in Abraham, a, a, negotiation with the non-radical Islamic Sunnah in the region, that we want to make peace with them. So the last thing that we need is Iran regime, Ayatollah's regime will stay in Iran. So we have a position in Iran and outside Iran, of course, in Europe, that can take place the Iranian regime, the Iranian Shia regime, but still we need to help them. And now I think that this is the time. This is the time for the world to say that no more Ayatollah regime in Iran. It's not good for Iran. We want to change it. And this is the timing for us to press, the last press to do it.
And I just want to update our viewers. We're receiving word that the latest wave of IDF strikes has targeted the Tabriz airport in a new wave of strikes, and also an Air Force base was struck in Hamdan, and also reports that Iran has officially withdrawn from the nuclear negotiations with the United States, saying it will no longer meet with U.S. negotiators. They were supposed to meet on Sunday, and Iran has now, according to reports, officially withdrawn from the nuclear agreement. So, what that means remains to be
I,
seen.
Yes, I
Go
think
ahead. Yes.
it's a curious, it's a funny thing because the negotiation was about the ability of nuclear weapon. Now they will not have a nuclear weapon because we attacked it. So what do we have to talk about? We don't need to talk about anything. The sanction of the American have to be still on, and the European. And I want to say another thing that is very important. The Israel is fighting the Western civilization against the barbarism, and we are in the front line of all civilization, the Western civilization, and we need the backup of the Western world against this barbarism, because this is the war of the world against the Islamic regime, not just Israel. And I think that now Europe and more countries will understand what Israel done for the humanity in this war. We didn't finish yet, but when we will finish the strikes and the war against the Ayatollah, we will have a better place to live in.
Thank you so much for joining us at this time as all of these developments continue to unfold. ISA
Thank you
Shabbat
very much.
Colonel Amit Asa.
Thank you.